It was the year 2000. I was learning to become a motivational speaker, and I had gone to attend one guest lecture. The speaker came up on the stage and said, 2 years back, I had come to the same institute to give a speech, and the organizers booked my flight tickets in business class. When I landed at the airport, there were two people to receive me. There was a car which drove me to the guest house, and when I came down, there were three more people waiting for me. After having breakfast, they drew me to this same venue, and when I had come here, and they offered me a beautiful cup of coffee, and I came and gave the same lecture. 2 years passed by, and this time when I had come to the institute to give a speech, I had to book my own flight tickets in economy class. When I landed at the airport, there was no one to receive. I had to hire a cab by myself, had to find a room for myself in the hotel, and there was no one to receive me when I came down the lift, and I had to come to the venue. I had to sit in the last bench, and then when I asked for a cup of coffee, someone pointed out that the dispensing machine that you can have a coffee. What do you think made the difference? He said, 2 years back, I was under secretary to the government of country, and today I no longer hold that post. I have retired. I was thinking all along that these people were paying respect. They were actually trying to give me importance. But today I understand that the respect that they were showing was not for me, it was for this chair that I was sitting in. It was that post that I was holding. It was for the designation. It was the rank which was on my shoulders. And most of the time, we human beings, when we sit in the Prime Minister chair, in the President chair, when you become CEO of a big company, when you become Managing Director, when you start running a big company, when you become leader of a big party, and when you become the king of a big land, and you think people bow down in front of you, thinking that they're all paying respects. Not really. They're actually respecting the chair. And the chair, maybe the Prime Minister chairs, maybe the President chair, maybe the CEO chair, it always keeps looking at you, keeps laughing that before you I have seen many. I'm seeing you right now, and after you I will see many more. People will come and go, but I will continue, and as long as I am there, people are going to pay respect for whomever is going to come and sit in the chair. It is so fragile. This is the world that we all live into. So when you become successful, when you get name and fame, when you get a big designation, when you get a big position, don't grow horns. Don't have that false ego. Don't show off to people the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you treat people, the way you neglect, the way you look through people as if they don't even matter. Wait for a few days. A day would come, you no longer will be sitting in the chair, and the same people will pay you back. So understand, all of them are temporary, but if you are a man of value, man of worth, if you have real knowledge, if you have the true wisdom, if you are genuine, if you are sincere, if you are honest, if you are upright, and if you are kind enough, really wanted to help people, whether you are sitting in the chair, you are not sitting in the chair, people will respect you. Because Abdul Kalam, whether he was in Rashtrapati Bhavan or he was outside the Rashtrapati Bhavan, people will still pay respects because it was for him, not for the chair. But most of us don't understand this fact, and then we go through a lot of agony. And that's what actually happens when we have a designation, when we have a rank, when we have a particular portfolio or a particular position. So don't ever become egoistic just because you're sitting in the chair. It is only going to be a temporary one, and what you have learned, what you have inculcated, what you have become, the true you, wherever you are, whether you are in the chair or you are not in the chair, people will always respect you. So the purpose of our education should be that to make a man of virtue, man of value. The thing is our education system really helping us to become that? Or are we trying to become one such person? Or are we trying to show off to people what others will think about me? Nobody has got time to think about you, right? So people don't have time to think about themselves. Where do they have time to think about yourself? So basically you have to live your life the way you really want to. So if you want to help people, help. If you want to laugh, laugh. If you want to cry, cry. And if you really want to read, read. But always live a happy life, because that's what is going to make you contented, satisfied, and you will be leaving your footprints on the sands of time. You will become the true role model people would like to emulate. So my advice to each and every one of us is that don't become egoistic and don't have that false prestige just because somebody has offered you a chair to sit on. So this chair is permanent. You and I are very temporary. Understand this? So always think that when you are sitting in the office, when somebody says good morning sir, and when they come and salute you, and you just tell yourself that they are saluting the chair, not you. Okay, so when you are off the chair, people still respect you. When you still don't have designation, people still respect you. That means you have become man of virtue. If you can keep that motive in life, and never ever you'll have the regret on any given day, you'll be the most happiest soul ever on this planet. What do you say? Bye bye.